Hello everyone, welcome to 7.4a. This lesson is on solving systems of equations by a method called substitution. So before you solve systems of linear equations by graphing, now we're going to use a method called substitution. If you look in this key concepts section, it tells you the steps to solve from substitution, but we're going to go through these steps one by one so we can get a better understanding of how to solve these equations. So example 1 says to solve this linear system, our first equation is y equals 3x plus 2, and equation number 2 is x plus 2y equals 11. Step 1, solve for y. Equation 1 is already solved for y. So it says based on equation 1, what does y equal? Now usually we would have y would equal one single number, but in this case I don't know the answer because I don't know what x is. So I'm just going to say that in this case, in equation 1, y equals this whole section 3x plus 2. So y is the same thing as 3x plus 2. In step 2, it says substitute 3x plus 2 for y in equation 2 and then solve for x. So what we know is that 3x plus 2 equals y. So they take equation 2 and they take this y. They take that out of the equation and put in 3x plus 2. Now the reason that we can do that is because we already know what y equals. We know y equals 3x plus 2, so I can replace y with that 3x plus 2. Then what they did was simplify it. So they took 2 times 3x and got 6x. And then 2 times 2, which was 4. That's where this 4 comes from. And then 6x plus 1x gives us the 7x that I see here. From there, they just solved the equation. Eventually, they got x equals 1. So how come we can take y out of equation 2 and replace it with 3x plus 2? Well, our first equation, equation 1, told us that 3x plus 2 equals y. So y is the same thing as 3x plus 2. All right, and then step 3, what they took, they figured out what they found for x, which was x equals 1. And they replaced x in the first equation with 1. So now that we know what x is, we can put in 1 instead of x. Thinking back to lesson 7.3, solving systems by graphing, why is our answer not complete until we find both x and y? Or think about it this way, what information do we have if we know both x and y? Well, in 7.3, we were graphing 2 lines and we were finding their intersection points. When we found that intersection point, we got an ordered pair. So we got something that looked like this. That would be an ordered pair or a pair of coordinates. So it's important to find both x and y because then we would have a ordered pair. We'd have a coordinate of where the 2 lines cross. So I'm going to write something like it provides us with a point where the 2 lines the two equations would intersect, or they would cross each other. So one last thing here. How we could check this is to substitute 1 for x and 5 for y in each of the original equations. So they took out y, put in 5, they took out x, put in 1. Once they solved that, they got 5 equals 5. That works. That was the first equation. Second equation, same thing. Take out x, put in 1. Take out y, put in 5. They got 11 equals 11. Why is it important to check our solution? To make sure we got it right. Make sure our answer is correct. All right, now let's practice this. Solve this system of linear equations using substitution. Step 1, solve for y. Are there any equations already solved for y? I see that y equals 2x plus 5. So that tells me that this equation is already solved for y. So if I wanted to solve for y and put something here in step 1, I would just say that y equals 2x plus 5. So now it says substitute blank into equation 2 for blank. Well, I already know what y equals, so I'm going to substitute something in for y. And the thing that I'm going to substitute is whatever y equals. We figured out that it was 2x plus 5. So now they want us to do that. So we're going to take our second equation, 3x plus y equals 10. 3x plus y equals 10. We're going to take out y and put in 2x plus 5. So we'll have 3x plus, now we don't have any y anymore. The y is gone. We have 2x plus 5 equals 10. So now we're going to solve this. I see two things that are similar. I see two like terms. I see the 3x and the 2x. They both have x's on them. So what I'm going to do is combine the like terms. 3 plus 2 is 5. And they both have x, so I'm going to keep the x, so it's 5x. So now we have 5x plus 5 equals 10. Now all I have is a two-step equation. I'm trying to get x by itself. So if you were thinking back to the coins problems, what we're going to do is subtract the loose coins, get rid of the loose coins. 5 minus 5 is 0. 10 minus 5 is 5. And we get 5x equals 5. To get x by itself, I have to divide by 5. Divide by 5. And I get x equals 5 divided by 5 is 1. So now I know that x equals 1. Step 3 says to substitute your answer in for x. X equals 1. We just figured that out. Back into equation number 1 to find y. So equation number 1 was y equals 2x plus 5. Y equals 2x plus 5. We know what x equals now. We know it equals 1, so I'm just going to put that in for x. So y equals 2 times 1 plus 5. So if I solve this, 2 times 1 is 2. So y equals 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. So y equals 7. So now that I know both my x and my y, I can write this answer as an ordered pair. X and y. X comes first every time. So my answer was 1, 7. That would be the coordinate of where my two lines intersect. Okay, now we have to check this to make sure we got it correct. X was 1, y was 7. So x is 1, y is 7. So the first equation would look like 7 equals 2 times 1 plus 5. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 equals 7, so I know that one's correct. Then it would be 3 times 1 plus 7 equals 10. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 7 equals 10. 3 plus 7 is 10, so 10 equals 10. So I did that correctly. I got both my x and my y, and we did that correct. We did that well. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to practice these. Solve these equations using substitution. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 problems to do. If you're struggling, watch this video again. Keep looking at the steps 1 through 3, step 1, 2, and 3. And then be sure to check your answer to make sure you got it right.